Hi everybody, Tall Garage here again, and we're working on the LS-headed Ford 300. Today, we're going to talk about this guy, which is our trigger wheel for the front of the engine. I'm going to show you how we're going to go about putting it on. But before we get to that, I got a question. I want to know, do you guys like distributors more or coil near plug more? Let me know down in the comments what you think about each, and we're going to get right to it. All right, so I've talked a little bit about this kit before in the past, but today is when we finally install it. This is a 36-1 trigger wheel from our friends over at Holley. Big shout out to Summit and Motor Trend for getting this for me. But this is what we're going to use to tell the EFI Terminator X where the crank is in its rotation. So we had to figure out a way how to get this on the front of the engine. And my good Buddy Shad, who decided that he didn't really know how he wanted me to think of my camera. So, Shad, thanks, buddy. Really appreciate it. But he made me this hub right here. So this is a Dorman harmonic balancer for the Ford 300. I want to say this is like 93, 92 and up. I don't remember when they went to serpentine belts, but this hub right here centers off of this inside lip right here, and it uses these three holes, which I assume are for putting a puller to get this thing off, but it goes right on here, like so, and then we have three cap screws to hold it down, and this guy is going to go right on here, like so. But I'm going to get this all assembled, and we'll take a look at the next step in the process. Alright, so this thing is pretty simple in its design, and again, another big shout out to Shad for whipping this up for me. Just fits on there like that to keep it centered. And we have three socket cap screws, or Allen bolts, whatever you want to call them, to hold this to the balancer. I was having a hard time getting that one started for whatever reason. There we go. I'll have to cut this up and make it look like I know what the fuck I'm doing.
I'm trying not to bang down here too loud.
Yeah. But anyway, on final assembly, I'll be putting some red Loctite on these, but we still need to rig up our pointer off the pan rail that's actually going to point to our trigger wheel. So this will be just fine for that. Kyle over there making a bunch of noise.
Somebody has to pay the bills around here.
Yeah, don't mind him. Now, I had him make this, so we have all these holes. So each hole is an adjustment, so we can go one hole at a time. And we should be able to get this just about anywhere we need it to be. And if I remember right, we need to have the center pointing at this tooth at 60 degrees before bottom dead center? 50? Something like that. We'll figure it out when we're getting closer to making it run. But wherever this does need to be, we have the adjustment to put it there. So.
And we gotta make the brackets.
Yeah, we gotta get the bracket figured out. So. But, and then it's just 3 bolts. Hold the wheel on, and I probably will be putting some washers behind these. I don't know. But from the looks of it, we're going to have to mark a new timing mark on our cover to our balancer, because this one's not lining up right. I'm not sure if it's because of the year of the cover or whatnot. So we'll have to figure out that, but it shouldn't be a big deal. And again, I'll be red Loctiting these when it's all said and done. But
Blue Loctite?
you know what? I don't know, probably red. It shouldn't ever come off really once it's running. I mean, I would think. But yeah, so that looks pretty great if you ask me. And now, so the cool thing about this hub adapter is that I should be able to put it into CAD And anybody doing this on their own, I should be able to, get these made and sell them.
For $399.99.
Yeah, right. For $399, for 5 easy payments of $89.99. But like I said, that's once I get that scanner, man, a lot of cool things are gonna become of it. These one-of parts won't be so one-of anymore. And then again, I was going to use one of them ATI super dampeners, but I couldn't figure out which one would work for this application. So I just said screw it, and we're just gonna use this for now. So let's kind of take a look at what we gotta do for the bracket to hold the sensor for this wheel. We're gonna flip the motor upside down and we'll see what we gotta do there. All right, so this is kit, let's see if we can get that in frame here. This is kit 556-115. This is for, I believe, a small block Ford. They don't really have a kit for this, so I kind of just got what I thought would be close. And I think it's going to work. So obviously we're going to have to modify it a little bit. Now, like I said, we have the wheel on, but we got to get the bracket that holds the sensor on. So we're thinking right here should be get us pretty close. Now we only have one bolt hole here, unfortunately, and I would really like there to be 2, but I think we got an idea for fixing that as well. So let's get this on here and see how it looks. The kit came with 2 spacers, which figure I don't know where the other one went right now, but we cut one of them down a little bit to get our spacing, the sensor spacing to the tooth, like, to get that set. And we got her, looks like we got her pretty darn close, so we're not gonna mess with it too much more. But this is generally where we're thinking we're gonna put the bracket, right there. So I think that looks pretty good. Now we still have to get our sensor in and set our gap, but we're going to do that after we get another mounting point to this bracket. And I think the plan is to come off like this bolt or this bolt, and make a little L bracket going to the back of this to kind of keep it from wanting to walk, around. But that's it pretty much done. Like I think that's going to work. It's not in the way of anything, I don't think. We have yet to we got to get our alternator bracket on and get an alternator, and we got to get our pulley for our pump. We're not going to be running power steering or AC, at least right now. Maybe in the future I'd like AC, but we need to try to figure out our belt, and if we can put an idler somewhere to get tension on it, which might be kind of a trick because looking at the diagram for the belt, the power steering pump really does a lot of work, so we're going to have to try to fab something up maybe, but we don't need the belt to run. So we still don't have a thermostat, so we don't really got to worry about the water pump. This was kind of a bigger deal anyway, so like I said, we're going to figure out something for the back side of this to keep this from moving around, and then we can get our sensor in, get our gap set, and then we're just waiting for more stuff to show up in the mail. All right, but that's more or less what she's going to look like once we get everything squared away. Oh, so this bracket here goes right here for the alternator. So kind of a big ugly bastard, but that's what we're going to go with. I do have the AC power steering bracket coming from a viewer, and when it shows up, I'll be sure to give him a shout out. But I don't think it's going to work. I think the intake is going to be right where it wants to be, unfortunately. So, but coming along. It's coming a long way. Like, it's actually starting to look like an engine. We have our second revision of the side cover coming in the mail. So once we get that, we'll be able to hopefully get this part done. And I have yet to weld the valve covers up. You do that too, but they don't need to be welded to run, so it'll be all right. Maybe we'll just put some black RTV between the two pieces and cinch them down. I'm not too worried about it. But that is the video. As usual, everybody, I appreciate you tuning in to this episode of Tall Garage. Your support has been amazing recently. I can't ask for more. Can't ask for more. So, if you guys got any questions or comments, make sure you leave them down below. Make sure you hit like and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Best way to support me is just hit that little subscribe button. And I will catch you guys on the next episode of Tall Garage.